Let us start. Welcome. Ageless Balance. I'm Ron. We are going to get going with a little bit of cardio. Movement, I called it. Movement. So that way, if I say cardio, people go, no, I don't want to do cardio. It's not really cardio. It's just movement. That's all it is. Starting out with a march, marching in place. Excuse me. And when I say marching in place, you can be marching all over if you want. Just opposite arm, opposite leg, knee comes up, a little bit at a time, warming up the hip flexors, quadriceps, knees, ankles. I can't. Ankles, those down there. Bring the arms up. Get used to swinging those arms at the same time that you're lifting that leg. Those arms help you. You can get more distance when you walk with the arms going. Makes it a whole lot easier on the legs. All right, and now we're going to just start bringing that knee up just a little bit higher, getting our sense of balance as we go. Feeling that foot on the floor, ball of the foot to the heel, inside to outside on the stance leg. You're coming right over that stationary leg. You're right on top of it. Other comes down. Body shifts just a little bit to get over that other leg. And up and up. This time, as you're bringing that knee up, bring the arms up with it and push. And up. You can take your time. Only bring that leg up as high as is right for you so you can feel the balance. If you need to, this is why I always have a chair nearby. Hold on to that chair. Hover your hand over the chair as you get a feel for that balance. You can go right down on top of it whenever you need it. Up, raise the roof, raise the roof, raise the roof, and up, up, and up. Keep the legs going. This time, bring the arms up in a curl. As you bring that leg up, push up, push down. Up as you come up, down as you go down. Up and back. Contract the muscles, start tightening them up, just like you're lifting weight. I forgot to do it that way. There we go. Down, up, push, pull, and push. Tighten those arms up like you're really lifting something heavy. And up and back down, up and back down. All right. Side steps as you do. Arms out, arms in. Rotator cuff. Roll those shoulder blades back. Get the chest opened up and back in the middle. Out to the outside. Bring it back. Tap and tap. Stay right in the middle as you bring that foot out. Toe pointed forward, keeping that alignment. Feel the shoulder stretch out in the front. Feel the muscles working in the back to contract those shoulder blades back together. Out and out, out and out. All right. All right. Arm out to the side. Just bring it up over the head and back down. Up over the top. Hold it right there. We're going to go up over the side, the opposite side. Arm is right in alignment with the ears. Spine is straight. Stretching out the vertebrae on that one side. Up and over, bring it back down. Other side, same thing. Bring it up and over. Feel the stretch going all the way up the side of the torso, up through the shoulder, through the arm, and back down again. One more time. Excuse me. A little more aggressive. Get a little more stretch into it this time. Those muscles are warmed up just a little bit. Don't let the hip kick out. It's not how deep you can get. It's how much stretch can you get up the side of the torso. Reach up and over and bring it back down one more time on the other side. Same thing. Up and over. Stretch it out. Arm goes up. It's the golden arches right over the top in alignment with the ear and the spine. And bring it back down again. Tap the foot out. Bring the arm up. Lift the toe and back in. Out, arm up, toe up off the floor, back down and in. If you can, raising the arm and the leg out to the side and back in. One thing you don't want to do here is don't waddle up and go from side to side as fast as you can so that you stay upright. Take your time over that stationary leg again, up and back down. Feel all the muscles working in that leg and the ankle to hold you in place, foot flat on the floor, as much surface area as possible. Ball the foot to the heel, inside to outside. You want to feel it all right on the floor. out. That's why you're using thin-soled shoes so you can feel what's underneath the foot. And up, back down, and you're there. Shake it out. Push, push. Start out with a forward lunge. Let me get my chair out of my way. Back we go. Step out, step back. Step out, opposite arm, opposite leg, and back in. Remember, as you do that, off the heel, then the ball of the foot stepping forward, on the heel to the ball of the foot, knee stops right over the ankle, pushing back and up, out and back, out. Take your time swinging that leg back in again. Make that stationary leg do the work. Notice the balance component we have in this. Out and back in, out. Now that chest press. Stepping forward, rolling the shoulders forward, pushing the arms out, rotating the hands as you go, rolling the shoulders so you feel the stretch in the upper back. As you come back, bring the elbows back as far as you can get them. Again, rotating that hand. So it's stepping out, pushing the arms out, rolling the hands, and bringing them back in. Other side, forward, push, and bring it back in again. Forward. Drive those arms out, roll the shoulder blades back and bring it in. One more time each side. Out and in. Last one. Out and back in. Butt kickers. Bring the heel up. Knees stay pointed. Knee stays pointed towards the floor. Up and up. Up. So what we're trying to do here, again, not waddle back and forth. Don't go with a wide stance. Bring the feet together. Make it a little more challenging. Coming right up, taking just a couple seconds on that single leg. Heel comes up as high as it can, wherever high as it can is for you. Everybody's abilities and limitations are different. So you want to do what's right for you, that you feel safe. You should always feel in control of these movements. If you feel like you're going to fall and you're spending all your time down trying to catch yourself, that's not the right way to do it. Hold on to a wall, hold on to the back of a chair as you're doing it so that you feel like you're in control. You want to be challenged, but you don't want to be unsafe. All right. So one leg up 5 times. 1, tap, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch over to the other leg. Same thing. If you need the chair, use it. 1, again, just hover the hands over the back of the chair if you want to, or just hold on with the fingertips. 4 and 5. Other side again. 1, 2, 3. Tap that toe. Find your balance before you start again. 4 and 5. You don't want to be wobbling around and try to continue to do this. Find your balance, reset, and then restart. 4 and 5. What we're going to do with that is with the leg that comes up, we're going to tricep extension. So elbows back as far as you can go. And it's 1, back, 2, heel comes right up towards the butt. 4 and 5. To the other side, out. Elbow back. Feeling this in the back of the upper arm. Really tighten those muscles up. And 5. Other side. 1, 2. If you can do it without the chair, perfect. Use it if you need it. 4 and 5. Back to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back to just a march. All right, what's next? What's next? Force. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're going to walk. We're walking. Yes, indeed. We're talking. Step forward. 4, 2, 3, and 4. Hold. Feet together. We're going to go backwards. If you're comfortable going backwards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you are not comfortable going backwards, then what I want you to do is just turn around. So forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can turn around and it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you can go backwards, take that backward step. If you're comfortable with it, You don't feel like you're going to trip. You don't have to pick the legs up very high. You don't have to get that foot very far back. You just need to lift that foot up off the floor. 3 and 4. Arms involved. Bring the arms up with each step just a little bit. 2, warming up the shoulders and back. Roll the shoulder blades back, chest is open, and then bring it back. 2, 3, and reach back as far as you can without bending forward. We want to work those muscles in the back of the shoulders, that rear deltoid, lifting the arms up. And now forward again. 1, 2, 3, and 4 up overhead. Shoulder blades are back, and step back. 2, 3, and 4. One more time. Up. So we're working the shoulders, working the hips, working balance, and over the top and back. 2, 3, and 4. Back to just a march. So much fun those are. All right. Sidestepping. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. As we go forward to the one side, 2, 3, arm up over the top, side bend. Bring it back down, and it's 1, 2, 3. Arm starts coming up as you bring that foot in, over the top. And again, a side bend, feet are side by side. Hips stay right over the legs. Back, 2, 3, and 4. Reach over the top and back. 2, 3, and 4. And back to the middle. Both arms down. Shake it out. Next. Going into a stagger step. Feet are parallel. Front leg, you've got the knee over the ankle. So anytime you're doing a forward movement, or even if you're picking something up and you got the foot forward, don't let the knee go past the toes. The knee stays over the shoe, and you reach down into a hip hinge, coming over that thigh. So we're going to do that. Shoulders stay square to the floor, coming down. Weight is from the ball of the foot to the heel, right up through the ankle, coming into the knee. We're going to put a hand out front and bring the elbow back as far as we can get it, that narrow row. Bring it back. Once you get it back as far as it'll go, roll that shoulder, not the entire torso. So you don't want to go around to the side. All you're doing is taking that shoulder blade and rolling it back and out. So you're working those muscles, warming up those shoulder blade muscles around and back out, stretching out the chest, stretching out the front of the shoulder, contracting those muscles in the upper back around the shoulder blade. So posture muscles, they bring our shoulder blades back, keeping our chest open. Out and in, out, in. 2 more times. Bring that arm out. Keep the shoulder blades back. You want that straight line in your back from the back of the head to the tailbone and back. Spin it around. Other side. Other foot out front. Knee over the ankle. Find your posture. Find your perfect form before you start the movement. Hip hinge down with the butt going back. So we're not leaning forward. We're doing is pushing the butt back, hinging at the hip. Arm out, same thing. Elbow back, squeeze as tight as you can get it. And forward. Bring it back. Feel those muscles working on the shoulder blade as you do it. And again, make sure you're not letting the torso twist. That twist is going to go right to the lower back and down, up. Shoulder blades can rotate. That goes through the middle of the back. That's where the rotation happens in the T-spine. Back and up. Pull it back, roll the shoulder blade back and up. One more time. And we are there. Heel raise. Just bringing the heels up and back down again. I like this exercise. It works the Achilles tendon in the back of the heel, as well as the calf muscles up and back down. Remember, as you're doing this, ball of the foot stays on the floor. Weight doesn't go into the toes. Toes are for balance. They're going to be moving and they're keeping you upright, but their job is not to handle all the weight. That goes into the ball of the foot, little bend in the knees, and back down, nice and slow. As you go up, sweep the arms up. Feet are flat on the floor. You want to have that ball of the foot from the inside to the outside, touching the floor all the way. You want to have contact behind the great toe and back down. As you're doing this, start bringing the arms up a little higher, reach up and bring them back down again. A lot of balance here, but you should really be feeling this in the lower legs. They really are doing all the work right here to lift you up. Shoulders were warming up and bring it back down. 2 more times, up overhead, nice and high. Whoa, my toes got a lot of work there. They kept me from falling on my nose. Back up, hold, and nice and slow. Come back down. So it's all about the control of all those movements. It's not going fast. It's not up and down. It's coming up slowly, not high. It doesn't have to be high. The movements need to be controlled. You need to control those muscles. You tell them what to do. Back into that stagger step we go. Knee over the ankle. Find your posture. Shoulder blades are back. Knee stays over the ankle, doesn't go forward. We're just going to bring that back leg up and step back again. The sprinter up. So you're in a sprinter start, as if you were in one of those, the sprinter gate thing. Up and back. Like you were just going to start out and up and back. If you can, arms in as the knee comes up and back out again. Chair. Get into that stagger position. Be comfortable with it. Arm out front, knee up, knee back. Don't let that forward knee go past the toe. You're not leaning into it. You're not bending down as you come forward. Shoulder blades are back, back is straight. Up and back out. Up and out. With that, we're going to take that back leg and bring it out to the side. Arm up over the top. Pick the leg up, roll the knee out, squeeze so you can feel these muscles working on the outside of the core, those oblique muscles, and then reach back up. To the side, squeeze, and back out again. Up, out, in, and down. Stationary leg must really be feeling this about now. Okay, so we're going to do sprinter starts. 1, back 5 times. 2, and back. 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to go out to the side for a 5 count. 1, 2, 3. Bring that arm up, bring that foot back. 4, and 5, and we're good. Let's go to the other side. Check that out. So the leg that was your stance leg, you should be feeling that in the glutes, side of the hip, and those abductor muscles, and then going down the side of the thigh. So now, opposite leg, we're going to get that leg back, arm out front, hold on to the chair, roll the shoulder blades back. Knee comes up, arm comes down, and back out again. In, squeeze it together, hold that core nice and tight as you bring everything in the middle, and then back out. Up, squeeze, and out. Extend, contract, watch that front leg, make sure the knee is over the ankle. 4, I'm just 5. Why not? Now let's go off to the side. I don't know what the number was. 1, out, 2, squeeze it, back, 3, out, 4, leg out, knee out, right between the hips and the rib cage is where you should feel that. All right, one more time, both of them. 5 count, sprinter start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 5 out to the side. Bring it 1, stretch out, 2, stretch, 3, 4, one more, and 5, and bring it back. Shake it out. Whew, grab yourself some water. Take a break for a second. We're going to sit down, do a couple seated stretches. We are. Let me show you something while you're transitioning to the floor or to the chair. When we do a hip hinge, and you want to do this broomstick, something laying around the house, you want to have a straight line from the back of the head to the tailbone all the way through. Hinge at the hip and back up again. What we like to do is shoulders down first, putting all sorts of strain on that lower back. What we do is we lift the head up first and use that lower back to bring us up. Those muscles are not meant for that. It's down, butt back. Then we're using the big muscles in the legs to bring the hips forward as we stand up. So down and back up. Right there. Just like that. That's what we do. Here's a hip hinge. Be right back. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. This is my example of a hip hinge. It's my Roadrunner. It's what it does. It's a hip hinge. It goes front to back, never moving its legs at any time. Roadrunner, the coyote's after you. Sorry, I didn't mean to break out in song. Shoulders back. All right, find your neutral position. Neutral position. Take knees over the ankles, toes pointed forward, shoulder blades are back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as tight as you can, bringing the chest out. Squeeze and then release, letting the shoulders just come down right underneath the ears. That is the neutral position, not forward, and it's not exaggerating that movement back. That's not natural. You want to be right in the middle. Everything in alignment, everything stacked on top of itself. All right. So find your neutral position. If you can, come out to the edge of the chair, let's do it this way, keeping the edge of the chair right at the very top of the thighs. Starting out, shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Now you exaggerate those shoulder blades back and bring the arms up overhead. Deep breath in and exhale. When you breathe in through the nose. When you breathe out, through the mouth. The reason we breathe in through the nose on the way up is like a fire hose. The smaller the intake is, the deeper that air gets. So going through the nostrils, it goes nice and deep, forces it down, and then exhale, getting all the air out of the lungs by blowing it out through the mouth, tightening the core. One more time, up overhead, shoulder blades are back. Deep breath in through the nose, push the stomach out, and exhale, bringing the arms down. Nice little torso rotation. Left hand outside the right knee or right thigh. You grab onto the back of the chair. Shoulder blades stay back, chest stays out. Very important, don't look down at the floor. That puts all sorts of stress on the back. Keep the shoulder blade or the shoulders in a straight line. Rotating, drive through that front shoulder. That's the lead. This one just follows in the front, staying in a straight line. Deep breath in and come back to center. Again, the middle of the back is the only thing that turns. So if we're rolling the shoulders, bringing them around, we don't want the hips moving too. Right hand outside the left leg, left arm on the back of the chair or holding on to the bottom. Roll the shoulder blades back, chest is out to start out with, and then bring it around. Partway into it, roll the shoulders back one more time, bringing the chest out, chin up. Feel the stretch all the way up the spine, but not going into the lower back. If you feel anything in the lower back, stop immediately. Do not pass go, readjust. Don't go back, don't turn as far, but make sure that your posture is right. All right. Next, grab onto the back of the chair. Open up the chest. Again, deep breath in, roll the shoulder blades back. Take the hands, bring them forward, rolling the shoulders forward. Putting the hands on the thighs, bring the shoulders, roll them around, and feel the stretch through the upper back. Deep breath in, a little extra stretch, and then exhale as you bring the arms around to the back, bringing the chest out. Chest out, shoulder blades back. Deep breath in and exhale, coming forward, seated cat-cow. And bring it back down again. Small rotations through the shoulder. This was meant small rotations through the shoulders. Around, arms down. So really exaggerate the movements. Shoulder blades back, shoulders down, shoulders forward and up. Get as much rotation through that arm as possible. Remember, the shoulder is a universal joint, so we want to stretch it universally. Make sure that we've got lots of movement there, lots of range of motion for when we need it. Around, and same thing, going back to front. Around, roll the shoulder blades back, up, forward, and down. Watch that lower back. Make sure it's still got a little curve in it. You don't want to lean forward as you're doing this. Keep the back straight. And we're good. Shoulders up to the ears, right straight up. Working these muscles, these trapezoids, right at the very top of the shoulders. Lift up. Squeeze it all together. Arms under the, or shoulders under the ears and back down. What you want to watch for on this one is don't let the chin come down to the chest and the shoulders back behind the head thinking, oh, look how far I can get my shoulders back. That's putting all sorts of stress on the neck. You want to keep that chin up, looking right straight out in front of you, and the shoulders come right straight up. Right along the side of the head. Hold it there. Feel those muscles tighten up. That's what we're looking for. And then release. Using the shoulder blades, pull the shoulder blades down. So the arms stop and then drive them down just a little bit more using those muscles in the lower back to pull it down. One more time, back up. Squeeze it. And back down again. Working our way into the neck now. Chin. Around to the right side. Hands up. Follow the middle finger as you bring the arms back. Turning the neck. Don't go too far with it. You should not hear crunching and cracking in your neck as you do this. Bring it around. Get a little stretch to it. Get some rotation. Hold. Shoulder blades are back. Chin's right straight out front. Eyes in front of you. And other side again. This time roll those shoulder blades back a little more. Get that arm back a little more and follow it. Usually you can get a little more this time. And back to center. I've had people tell me that doing this helps them when they're driving so they can check their blind spot, which scares me to think that they couldn't do that before. And back to center. Arms down. Shake that out. We're going to take bringing the right ear down to the right shoulder. Again, find your neutral position first. Shoulder blades are right underneath the ears. You're upright, looking right straight out in front of you so that when you come down, just like when we did the shoulder shrugs, as you bring that head down, that ear is going right to the shoulder. You're not chin down, trying to get down to the shoulder itself to touch it. You're just coming down on that side. Take that left hand and drive it into the ground or out to the side. Stretch it out so you can feel this big sheathing of muscles on the side of the neck and going down into the shoulder, stretching out. And bring the back up to the mid, or the neck up to the middle, head to the middle. Roll the shoulder blades back. Loosen the neck up before you go over to the other side. Don't swing the neck back and forth. That's really hard on the neck. It tightens up in one area. Then you try to take it down to the other side, and you usually get some crimping that way. So just get loosened up first and then bring it down. Left ear, left shoulder, take that right hand and reach. So don't take the head and pull it down. Don't stress those muscles that way. Take the natural, let gravity do the work. Use the muscles to pull down on the one side, to stretch the other side, and stretch that arm out. And back up. Anytime you use another part of the body to help, like the neck doesn't go down that far, so you're going to take the head and crank it down. If the neck doesn't go down that far, it doesn't go down that far. One more time on each side, starting on the right side. Shoulder blades back. Find the neutral position. Ear right straight down, looking right straight out in front of you. Take that left arm, push it down. And bring it back up one more time on the other side. Down, up. And bring it back again. Right leg first. Grab underneath the thigh, bring it up. As you do, make sure that you're bringing the torso back too, so that the shoulder blades are back. Grab onto the shin if you can get to it. If not, hold on to the back of the thigh and just bring it up as tight to the torso as you can, rolling the shoulder blades back, putting that little curve in the lower part of the back. Feel the stretch through the hamstrings and the glutes, so up the back of the thigh going into the butt and back down. Other side, same thing. We're manually helping that hip flexor right now, not making it do all the work on its own. That hip flexor lifts the leg. We want to warm it up a little bit, so bring the shoulder blades back, stretching out the hamstrings, stretching out the glutes. As you're doing this, forgot to cue, make sure that the knee toe are right in alignment with the hip, that everything is right straight out in front of you. This one has a tendency to foot in, knee out. If that's happening, straighten it out. If you have to use your hands to hold it there, do it. Get that alignment, get the muscles stretched out and strengthened up so that when you're not controlling it, the body goes right into alignment. And back down again. Grab onto the bottom of the chair, shoulder blades back, chest out. Now lift that leg on its own, just as high as you can get it. Doesn't have to be real high. It's not going to go real high. Those muscles are only going to give you so much. And back down, other side up. As you're doing this, make sure you're keeping the shoulder blades back. That's why you've got your hands underneath the chair. So you can hold the shoulder blades back, chest is out, lifting that leg. Again, watch the alignment, knee toe hip. And back down, going into a march, bring up that other side. Squeeze, hold for a count. Feel those muscles in front of the hip, engage. And back down. One more time on the other side, up. And back down. Remember, when you do that, anytime we do anything where we're lifting from the floor, heel comes up first, then the ball of the foot, and back down. Again, that's standard gait pattern. Instead of picking the foot up flat and dropping it down flat, like we have this tendency to do, we need to pick that heel up and then the toe up. So every time we do that in exercises, we should be mimicking that so that when we do walk, that happens automatically. All right, what are we doing next? Oh, I don't know. Oh, got it. Right arm, left arm, right straight out to the side. Cross body, reach. Feel the muscles working on the inner, in the chest and on the inside of the arm. Feel the muscles stretching on the back. Cross, reach, and bring it back and down. Same with the other side, right straight across. And back down. So you're limited in the stretch that you can get with that. So that's why when we do the single arm, we take it down at a 45-degree angle, getting past the chest, and then we can get more stretch out of it. As you do this at back shoulder rolls, don't just stretch across with that arm across body. Roll the entire shoulder blade and you'll get so much more stretch out of it. You'll get into that upper back, not just the shoulder, but the shoulder blade all the way to the spine. And then release and back. Other side, same thing. Hand down at a 45. Palm, back of the hand against the back of the hand. Rolling the back shoulder. Keep the shoulder blade straight. So my shoulders were up here. I needed to drop them down. Make sure you're relaxed in through there as you do this rotation. Bring it around. Stretch. And back to center. Shake that out. Hands right down at the side. We want to make sure we have our alignment here. So arms right next to the torso, looking right straight out in front of us. Bringing up the left arm first, straight up right next to the ear, then bend to the side, bringing that elbow down. Don't let the sits bone come off the chair. Only go as far as you can. If you feel it starting to pull up, push it down and then try to reach with the arm just a little bit more, getting a little more stretch. And then using that arm, use it as momentum to bring you back up to center. Other side, the same thing, up over the top. First, right straight up next to the ear. Make sure you've got your alignment first so that you're only bending the spine the one way, and then bring it over to the side. Again, sits bones does not come off the chair. If you do, there's no stretch in leaning to the side. The stretch is for the side of the torso here. Bring it up and over. Head on the inside of the upper arm. As soon as that sits bone feels like it's going to come off, plaster down to the chair and then reach just a little farther over with the arm up over the top, and use it to bring yourself back. We are going to do ladder climbing or rope climbing, hand over hand. We're going to bring the arm down, reach up, and bring it down. Palm forward, bring the hands across, bring it right straight down. Reach up with that shoulder. Again, don't lean up, bringing the sits bone off the chair. No stretch in that. Reach right straight up with that single arm, and then contract the muscles. Squeeze that hand together so you can feel it in the forearm as well. Reach and pull down. Reach and pull down. Cross body, same thing. Reach across and bring it crossways. Cross body down, diagonally, and across. Feel the additional stretch through the shoulder blade. Out, contract the muscles, bring it in, out, and bring it in one more time. Up, and bring it down, and release. Feet apart. Toes out at a 45-degree angle. Make sure the knees stay over the toes. So what usually happens with this one is we let the knees collapse. We want to strengthen all these muscles up around the knee through the legs. So we use those muscles on the outside of the leg to pull the knee out and hold it there. Hands on the thighs, shoulder blades are back, chest is out. We're going to put all the weight into the palm of the hands as we come down, keeping the shoulder blades back, chest out. As you come down, you're going to feel a stretch in the lower back, going down into the glutes. The deeper you get, you'll get into the hamstrings. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale. Let yourself come down a ½ inch more. Getting back up, pushing through the hands completely. Don't use that lower back to raise up. Push through the hands and bring yourself back up. Shoulder blades are back. One more time. Taking it down. In that hip hinge, shoulder blades are back, chest is out. So it's a straight line from the back of the head to the tailbone yet. Stopping, pushing through the hands, coming back up. Bring the legs together. We're going to do the same thing, starting out with that hip hinge, but then we get about halfway into it, wherever you can get doing that hip hinge. When you can't get any farther, go ahead and start dropping the head down. Don't let the head go below the heart. That causes all sorts of problems with dizziness as you get the blood to the brain. But just bring yourself down, drop the torso on top of the thighs, and then roll the shoulders down towards the floor. Feel the stretch all the way up the back through the shoulder blades. So it comes from the lower back, right up the spine to the shoulders, and then right up through the shoulder blades. Hands on the thighs, push yourself back up again. One more time. Hands down on the sides of the legs, shoulder blades are back, starting in a hip hinge, coming down, and then rolling into it. Feel the stretch through the lower back. Drop the arms down, feel the stretch through the shoulders. Hands up, walk them up the thighs, or up the, just put your hands on your thighs, that way. And then push up through. Shoulders are back, all the way up using the arms. It's a push-up. It is a push-up. And back, relax, release. We're going to do that one more time, but this time we're going to cross the legs. You're going to feel more of a stretch in the outside of the hip. Shoulder blades are back. Same move, exact same move. Hip hinge, roll the shoulders, arch the back, lay on top of the thighs. Hold right there. Bring the arms up and push back up. Other way, other foot in front of the other foot. Roll the shoulder blades back. Left over right, right over left, just like a square knot. And then down, down, down. Hands here and pushing back up again, shaking it out. We're going to bring the arms up overhead, rolling the shoulder blades back. Little bend in the elbows. We're going to intertwine the fingers, and if you can, pushing palms away. If you can't rotate like that, go as much as you can. Get as much rotation through those wrists as you can. Get as much stretch through the wrists, through the forearms, fingers, and then just reach up overhead as high as you can, bringing the shoulders up with it, pushing through the arms. Feel the stretch all the way from the fingertips, all the way to the shoulders. Working range of motion. Shoulder blades stay back. Let the arms arc down in front. Again, you may not have the palms completely away from you. That's fine. Just get a little rotation in the wrists, they're called. Shoulder blades are back. Roll the shoulders out in front of you. Chin to chest. Feel the stretch to the upper back. Middle of the back, up the spine, all the way through the upper back, through the shoulder blades. And bring it in. Legs apart. Fingers intertwined. Again, if you can, as much as you can. And push right straight down. Shoulder blades are back. This is such a phenomenal stretch for the inside of the arm, all the way up. Push down through the fingers. Roll the shoulder blades back with the chest out. Couple deep breaths. And again, as far down as you can go. Little by little, you're going to get down deeper into it. As you get those muscles to stretch out, it may take a while. If they haven't been used in a while or haven't been stretched in a while, it takes a while. And bring it back up. But you will break the fascia down, and you will get into those muscles and be able to stretch them. All right, shake that out. We're going to go down underneath, rolling the shoulders forward, coming up, arms first, shoulder blades back. Really important on this one. Arms up, shoulder blades back, and then come up, pushing through the heels. Exhale, bringing it back down again. Force the air out. Again, coming up, shoulder blades back first. Get that curve in the lower part of your back, and then bring yourself up. Anytime you're getting up from a seated position, you got to do it that way. That puts all the work into the quads, onto the legs where they're supposed to be. Force the air out one more time. Down, roll it, arms up, shoulder blades back, bring yourself up, deep breath in through the nose, stomach out, and exhale as you bring the arms down to the sides. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I will see you again on Wednesday. Be here. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it.